It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Wednesday, the 12th of June. I'm Michael Groff. We continue with our main weather headline being the excessive heat, with an excessive heat warning in effect through tomorrow evening. Slightly lower temperatures on Friday, and then more heat for this weekend, with highs once again above 110 degrees for Saturday and Sunday. Some forecast uncertainty does come into the mix through our forecast period, especially as we go into next week. We could see somewhat lower temperatures in here. Unfortunately, precipitation chances will be very minimal and primarily confined to northern and eastern Arizona. All right, let's get into it here. Looking at the almanac from yesterday, 113 degrees was the afternoon high, 81 the morning low, 104 and 77 are the averages for this time of year. We just missed the record high by 1 degree. And I should note that through the first 11 days of the month of June, we are on pace to have the hottest June on record. Now, well, whether or not we will, that remains to be seen, but certainly we will have another very hot day today and tomorrow. As we take a look outside right now here at 11:22 a.m., we've got mostly sunny sky out there. We're sitting at 101 degrees at Sky Harbor, and it is absolutely dry as can be. Dew points at 22, relative humidity 6%, wind from the east at 6, barometer is steady. Upper level weather pattern across the nation shows you why it's just so hot around here. The main storm track, of course, way up to the north across the northern tier of the U.S., and we have a little upper low to the southwest of us, but high pressure is the dominant feature here over the southwest. And with upper heights around 591 to 592 decameters or so here across southern Arizona, obviously we are roasting. And we'll continue to do so. Now, that upper low to the southwest of us, keep that in mind. That is going to be a player in our weather over the next 24 to 48 hours. The watch warning map, we have an excessive heat warning still in effect until tomorrow evening at 8 p.m., and that's for all of south central Arizona, including the greater Phoenix area. Those warnings extended to southeastern portions of the state, as well as up into the Northwest Plateau and southern Nevada, the Las Vegas Valley involved in that. Elsewhere across the nation, a few pockets of air quality alerts scattered about, and a flood watch for parts of South Florida. Some very heavy rain ongoing down there, with the potential of a tropical system developing perhaps off the east coast of the U.S., but that has a very low probability of happening. More than likely, we're just going to see some rain, lots of it, but not here. Convective outlook for today, kind of an unusual setup. How about an enhanced risk of severe storms over the Arrowhead of Minnesota? Duluth, Brainerd. Yeah, how about that up toward western Lake Superior? And then the standard slight risk for much of Minnesota, Wisconsin, northern Iowa. So some, of course, severe weather up north, not unusual, but the enhanced risk way up there. Hey, you don't see that every day. And we've got a marginal risk of severe storms again across South Florida with our little cyclonic disturbance down there. Precipitation outlook, this is valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing statewide. Some light rain possible over northern, northeast Arizona, but generally under 1/10 of an inch. As for precipitation chances here in the south central deserts, we just don't see that happening. We'll get into the details of this right now, talk about what's going on with our weather pattern in more detail. Let's check out those models. Here we go, the GFS, the 12Z run. This is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. There's our upper low to the southwest, high pressure overhead, and what it means for us down at the surface for the rest of the day today, sunny sky and just plain old hot. Highs 109 to 113. Tonight, got mostly clear sky in effect, overnight lows mid-70s to mid-80s. And then tomorrow, we'll see some high clouds being drawn into the mix thanks to that low to the southwest of us. It begins to pivot to the north and east, and so some moisture comes in. Now, when we say moisture, a very limited amount of moisture at the low levels. A little bit of mid and high level moisture will come in, and again, that's why we'll call it partly sunny. There may be an isolated shower or thunderstorm over eastern Arizona, perhaps as close to us as Gila County, but I just don't see anything here in the lower deserts. High temperatures tomorrow still hot, 108 to 112. As that low pivots through on Friday, we'll see some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms again across northeast Arizona up into the Four Corners region, but again, that'll stay north of the valley. High temperatures will back off a few degrees, probably in about the 103 to 108 range for us, but still, that's just a skosh above average. Let's go to the weekend, and as that low moves on out of here, high pressure once again takes control. The upper heights climb again, and we turn sunny with highs, back up to around 109 to 113, around 108 to 112 on Sunday. The sky's sunny, the air dry. Monday, we start to see troughing develop over the Pacific Northwest. This should displace our ridge, and so temperatures will begin I hate to call it a cooling trend, but how about less hot? Highs 104 to 108 on Monday, 100 to 104 for the high on Tuesday. Again, with baggy troughing coming in here. But the result of that troughing, other than some breezy conditions, is not going to be anything other than slightly lower temperatures. No precipitation with that kind of a setup. Obviously, we're too far south and there's just no moisture available. Let's go out to a week from today. This is Wednesday, the 19th, and the big feature that grabs your attention right away, look at that. 597 ridge along the East Coast. My goodness, if that does verify, quite a heat wave could be setting up for the eastern part of the nation. We could see some record highs falling by the wayside from Kentucky and Ohio all the way up into the Northeast and the Middle Atlantic states. It will be sizzling hot. But out here, we've got a baggy trough here in the Southwest with upper heights between 585 to 588 decameters, so temperatures would be around seasonal averages if this is right. But again, there is a degree of forecast uncertainty in how that plays out. But if this is right, that would be the best case scenario for us because at least temperatures would not be up in the 110s. We'd have highs probably between about 100 to 105. However, as we go out 10 days, this is Friday, the 21st. And, that's still a 597 ridge off the East Coast. We've got this trough lifting out and a ridge off the West Coast that's nosing in. Temperatures would start to climb a little bit if this is right. And of course, we would stay dry this entire time. We've got negative height anomalies well to the south of us across southern Mexico, maybe some showers and storms down there. But in terms of anything monsoon related or any signs that moisture will be heading up our way, there's just no evidence of that over the next 10 days. Now, there's some disagreement among our ensemble guidance here. Let's show you. This is the GFS ensemble. This goes out through the 26th of the month. And this is, again, the GFS ensemble precipitation for Phoenix. And you've got almost half of the members that indicate some degree of measurable rain during this time. But again, the ensemble mean under 1/10 of an inch. We're not looking at any meaningful chance of rain. And only one of these members has any precipitation with this upper low coming through. That's just not realistic for us to put any rain chances into the forecast. European ensemble extremely dry as well. So we don't anticipate any rainfall over the next couple of weeks, as is to be expected in mid to late June. Also, as to be expected, temperatures off the national blend of models, hot. Hot, hot, hot. And we will see a lowering of highs just slightly early next week. You can see out there toward about 9 and 10 days, though, it's got us back up toward 115 degrees. And we'll see how the pattern plays out. If troughing persists over the Pacific Northwest, that may hold off on the heat, but it sure looks like model trends are veering back toward the idea of a very strong ridge building in off the West Coast. And so that would mean another bout of hot and dry conditions. And if this is right, and we take this national blend of models forecast at face value, we would certainly be well on our way to have the hottest June on record. And I know people will say, but Mike, in 1990, it hit 122 degrees. It did, yes. But that's one day out of 30 days. And what we're looking at is the average temperature from all these days here throughout the month of June here in 2024 so far has been hotter than the first 11 days of the month of June in 1990 or 1989 or in any of these other very hot years that we had. So unfortunately, we're not looking too good for avoiding a repeat of last summer or the summer of 2020. I sure hope it does turn around, though, but all signs kind of don't favor that. All right, on that rather sad note, rather pessimistic, that's not really pessimism, it's just realism, folks. That's kind of the difference. We You know, here in the weather world, we don't really do optimism or pessimism. We just do realism. And you can take with that what you will. And that's it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell. Leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, then click that thanks icon below the video. Make those monetary contributions to us, $2, $5, $697,333. Any of those amounts, always appreciated. Or you can donate directly to me via PayPal, groffshow@gmail.com. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona. I'm talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her videos below. Everything Michelle related down in the description. And on top of that, our streaming station. It is called KMGX. What is that? What do we do there? Well, we play a ton of music. We have a lot of fun with that, so I highly encourage you to give that a listen. That's available on Live 365, on TuneIn, on online radio. Look, we've got, again, it's all linked up down in the description, so do check that out. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support, it is greatly appreciated. Please, please be safe. Stay cool. Stay hydrated out there. Avoid the heat as much as you can, and you guys have yourselves a terrific rest of your Wednesday.